Alright, and today I'm showing you how to make a Soapsonic plushie. Well, the shoes, because a lot of people requested it, and I was like, alright, let me do it. So, you see how to do it. It's not gonna be the best, because I already started some, but yeah. Alright, first you should get a top layer that looks like this. Now, if you're looking at the model, it's exactly what the top layer looks like. So, here's the next step. Oh my gosh. Alright, so then you want to get a piece like this. I'm holding your word. Alright, then you want to get a piece like this. And now, you see that piece? Let me just grab it. Where's it at? Alright, then you want to get your piece. You stick it right there. Yep, right there. Now, you want to cut it around. Just make another big piece. It's going to be really big. Like, has to be bigger than this one. So, obviously, you gotta, like right there. You gotta cut. Then you gotta cut it again, just for this part, so you can actually sew it up a bit. And then here you go. So like, described the word, but it's supposed to be this, and it's supposed to be and you just sew it up. You have to cut you have to cut the top layer, or I can say bottom layer. Yeah, you gotta cut the bottom layer, and sew that part up. You get this. So yeah. Don't worry about the extra pieces. We'll talk about that later. This is not second already. That sounds sus. All right, this is not already bad already. Let's continue. So after you're done doing that top layer, we're gonna get to the bottom layer. So yes, let's continue. Also, I forgot to mention, if you're actually making how can I say this? If you're trying to make a soap shoes. If you're trying to make soap shoes that could actually go into your Sonic shoes, so you would like to cut that and trim it. Freaking seeing my side. Anyway, first you gotta trim it a bit, so it's actually a lot smaller. So it can actually fit onto your Sonic shoe. We'll discuss why you need to do that later. Grab your white. I don't really feel like drawing on this because, of course, I gotta use it to finish off that boy. Well, not really, but yeah, actually, no, not really. I don't really need it. I have more white over there, so I'm actually pretty straight. So let me actually draw what you need to, oh my gosh. Let me draw what you actually need to put on that thing, so, yeah. Alrighty, so that's what you actually need to have. So, let's cut it out now. You're looking good. Now, you probably want to cut, and it's gonna cut the red part. Actually cut around it so it's just a bigger piece. You gotta just cut like a little bit of white so you don't actually, so when you sew onto it, you don't see the red part. You can just move the scraps out the way. They'll be useful later, but yeah, scraps. Yeah, looking good. I'll actually be saving this because I have to actually use it for another soap shoes. I'm making another soap shoes, so it can actually oh my gosh, so it can actually be put onto your sign plushie. So yeah, this is actually gonna be used for the other soap shoe pair. Show you the final product, because I actually have some pictures of it, so yeah. But we'll get into that later. Now for the fun part, and why everybody probably likes the sub shoes in the first place. Let me grab the one I'm actually working on right now. Still has the needle in it, but don't worry, I was working on it last night, so what you expect. So, grab the other one right here. Yeah, so that's the white part. You see what you just want to draw and cut out a piece that looks exactly like this, but for the yellow part. So you cut out a smaller one. I'm talking about this one right here, and then you cut out a other small one like this. Now, how I would describe it is, you would first actually just cut it out like this. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I put it into words, but I think I already described it perfectly already. You cut out that small piece right there, and then you get your white, and then you cut out a little tiny piece to make it such big piece like that. Now, I would say just use reference as much as you can, so you actually cut it out correctly. That's basically what I did for my first one. I basically just used a lot of references just to make it the way it is right now. So, yes, I gotta cut his leg, because his leg is like too long. Because if you compare Shadow, Yeah, he's kind of tall, taller than Shadow, and that's embarrassing. So, yes, we'll get into that part. If my camera could actually focus. Okay, thank you. All right. So, what I would like you guys to do now, as you see already, again, just draw out that piece, and it will literally change your life. So, for the top layer, I forgot to mention about the top layer. Before you get into this one, let me talk about the top layer. Top layer, just cut out a little tiny layer. Now before we get into the white layer, I don't know why I said that in the last one, but before we get into that, as you see right here, you get your top layer, you know, the layer that was more dominant than the first one. So you get that one, and then you cut right there. Oh my gosh, I'm doing it wrong. You cut right, yeah. But you have to have a first layer, just like right here. Needs to be. I'm describing this so horribly. Let me actually show you what I mean. As you're seeing why I don't do tutorials that often, or I don't do tutorials at all, because these are very hard to do, and I can't put my feelings into words right now. So, yes. So, you see that? You see how there's like 2 layers at the front? Yeah. So in this time, you want to cut it out, and I'm going to show you how you're going to cut it. I want you guys to cut this part out. This was like this. And I do have to say, it's kind of snazzy. Yeah. Because for the weird part, and it's gonna be very, very hard to describe. But hopefully you guys know what I mean. You're probably not, but I'm gonna take my chances. Alright. Move all them crap out the way. So I'm sorry. Alright, now. So this part you wanna cut out just a little bit of a bigger piece right here. Just cut out. So it's a little trick piece right there. But I'll just say it's better. Just cut out a small piece right here. Just cut out that part. Right. Then we'll worry about the big part later. So as you see, that bottom layer is cut off. Now I'm gonna show you how it's generally supposed to look. Why is my camera like that? Alright. So I'm gonna show you how generally it's supposed to look. Yeah. What I want you to have, and that's what I want you to see. When I say it like that. Yeah, so you're probably wondering why this part is smaller, because I was like bringing this part down so this part could be much more thicker and longer, and you're supposed to put it like this. But this is all about direction of how you want it. So if you want the shoe to be showing this part, you sew it in a certain place that would make it, actually. So of course this part is gonna be like that, but if you want it to be on the other side, and if you wanted this part, if you want this part to be like this, you would obviously you would sew this part the other direction. You would flip it. I describe everything so horribly, but you would have to flip this part. Yes, right. You sew that. You have to sew that differently, so this part could actually, Yeah, I'm doing everything so horribly in this. I'm sounding like a freaking turd right now, but I'm trying. I really am. Yeah, but I will show you how to sew it. I'll try to. Right, let's get sewing. Can we cue some music, please? Thank you.
Welcome to San Andreas, I'm CJ from Grove Street. Landed the heinous gangbangers in cold heat.
You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscle.
In Los Santos, neighbors get no sleep. Beefing with anybody, competing, even police.
Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자. 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자. 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자. 그런 반전 있는 여자. 오빤 강남 스타일. I will be the one to set your heart free, true. 오빤 강남 style. Cleanse yourself with an evil
Okay,
spirit.
thank you. All right, so this is what you're supposed to have, and that's how you put the back. That's the bad part. And now I'm going to be showing you how I sewed up this part. I think this is better if I just call it how I did make a subsonic shoe, rather than calling this a tutorial, because this is actually, I really, I can't describe how I'm putting, how I did this guy into words, so, yes.
커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 오빤 강남스타일 I will be the one to set your heart free true 오빤 강남스타일 Cleanse yourself from them evil spirits that's in you Hey, sexy lady 오, 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 오빤 강남스타일 Hey, sexy lady 오, 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 오
Why is my camera not focusing? Okay, thank you. What the frick? I always tell you to focus. It's your problem. Anyway, supposed to look. I know I didn't show the best representation, but let me try to fold it real quick. So I show everybody how it's supposed to be looking right now. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Yeah. So, let's hope. That's how it should look. Now we're gonna do the back part, but I'm gonna take a quick lunch break, so we'll be back. Right, I'm back, and I just decided I'm gonna make this a part 2. So yeah, so this is gonna be part 1. I'm gonna make a part 2 later down the line. I don't know. I just feel like I could do this another time, but I already feel like it's bad. Yeah. Gotta watch Exhale right now. Don't worry about it. But yeah. So see you guys next time. This is my last video for 2022. So hopefully this is a banger. And I'll see you guys next time. Yes. Hopefully I can get a Knuckles by then. A new Knuckles by then. So yes. See y'all soon. I don't know what I'm doing no more.